Okay, welcome to part 2 of the lip-syncing tutorial with Anime Studio 5.5. Okay, so you should have something like this already. You should have already done some basic lip-syncing here. You should have...
Hello, my name's BOBO.
Okay, so you should have something that's just like that, where it's just basically changing between each mouth shape on the appropriate letter. If you haven't got that, please go to the previous tutorial and learn how to administer these kind of switch layers. Yeah, okay, so you've got your basic little mouth bit here, okay, so you got your...
My name's BOBO.
But what you need to do is you need to learn how to make it move smoothly together, okay? So, what you're going to do is you're going to go to... all of these frames have already been filled, so we can't do anything else with these. But what about these prolonged letters, okay? So you've got your O that goes all the way down to this point here. It doesn't change until this point, so what? Your O is just going to stay the same shape all the time? No, it's not. Okay, go to the first point where you've switched it to O, so it's about here. And you want to push T, or this little arrow thing here for translate, and just click, and what it's done is it's saved its memory at that point in the timeline. So it's saying these points are like this at this point in the timeline. So when it's going hello up to this point where it doesn't change, does it? It's staying the same O all the time. So go to the ending point, the last frame where he's saying the O, and go into the layers, go to O shape again, and because you saved the at that point in time, the points at that point in time, you can do whatever you want to these points and it won't affect them in the previous time. So you want to just shrink it down. Okay, just shrink it down at that point in the timeline. Make sure you've got your memory saved just here. Okay, so here we go.
Hello, my... Oh,
You see the mouth looks more fluid because it's shrinking now.
hello.
Okay, excellent. Now you've got your my, so m. Okay, another prolonged M. So you've got an extra frame here to fill. So you go into the mouths, go to the first time you've switched this into the M, and go to the M layer, and you want to save it as the translate again. And you can go ahead and size that down by pushing S and scale, and that will appear to compress the lips for when he's saying my. Okay, it's only a little change, but it's these subtle changes that do make all the difference. Okay, so saying my, so his mouth needs to be open, okay? So you want to go into the timeline, close up, and his mouth needs to be open when he's saying I, so I, okay, so we're going to open his mouth at this point. Just a little bit, not too much. I mean, to be honest, lip syncing is something you'll have to try and do with initiative because it's not really possible to explain it very well. You can learn it yourselves. It's quite hard. I'm just trying to show you how I do it. It's supposed to be easy. I mean, it is quite easy. It just takes a long time. Okay, so you should have N is going my N for my name. So you want to go back into every other layer, every other letter, sorry, and you want to close the jaw back up. Okay, for the N sound, because the N, the teeth are going to touch like that. Obviously, tidy it up again. Okay, so you got your my aim. So this is going to be n a. So you want to open up every other letter again. And here's a good thing you can do. You can just go to the previous one where the mouth is open, because it closes, doesn't it? You can just go to that one. Select these 2 points here. Copy it. Move right to the point where it's saying n a. And paste it. Okay, so There we go. It should look quite good. Okay, so far we have up to the point where it says my name.
Hello, my name's Bo.
Okay. Yeah, my name.
My name.
Okay, so you go on to the s sound where you've got a prolonged space again, and you want to go ahead because s, you don't have your mouth wide open, do you? So you want to go into every other letter, and you just want to close the mouth up again. Okay, remember you can just go to that point in the timeline if you wanted, and just copy and paste. S, going s, so you copy and paste it there, and his mouth is closed. Okay. Okay, so you've got a prolonged S there, don't forget. You've got another frame there where your S is staying on the scene. So you can just go ahead, select all, push S for scale, click it so it saves that scale memory in that point, and go to the next frame. You hear that slight hiss there, and just kind of compress it a little bit. So it looks like he's closing his mouth a little bit when he's prolonging the S. Okay, so my name's is what we've got so far. Then you've just got your BOBO finally. Okay, you see now this O has been shrunk, hasn't it? It's really small now. And so what you're going to do is you're going to just widen it back up again. Push scale and just increase the size there. Okay, it doesn't really matter about the previous points in the timeline because you're not going to see this O whilst all the other switch layers are playing. Bo. Okay, so it's going bo. Okay, so you've got. There we go. There's one prolonged layer there for the O sound. So you can go ahead and shrink your O again, just a little bit this time because you've only got one frame. It'll just look smoother if it's just one frame. There we go. And then go to the... That's it. And remember, just resize your O again. Make it a little bit bigger. And you got your huge prolonged O there. So you want to just shrink it down at this point in the timeline. Okay? Now, you should have something, hopefully, without skipping, that looks like this.
Hello, my name's BOBO. Hello, my name's BOBO.
Okay, you can kind of see that, you kind of can't. You can go ahead and render what you have by going to File, Export Animation, Frames, Start Frame is 0, and however long your blue point in the timeline goes across, so mine is up to 24. It should be there on the end frame. Okay, so you just go to OK, apply whatever effects you want there, but you don't really need to. Just OK. Name it. I'm going to call this BOBO, and I'll be saving that to Panda. Yay! And you go ahead and save, and then you might get another screen that comes up. And I'm going to go ahead and compress the quality to its best quality. There we go. And okay, just click OK, and we'll wait for that to render. And once your rendered version has come up, you just go ahead and just push play. Hopefully this isn't going to be too jolty again.
Hello, my name's BOBO. Hello, my name's BOBO. Hello, my name's BOBO.
Okay, you can kind of see how smooth that looks. I mean, to be honest, it's difficult to try and capture this at a good frame rate. Basically, that's the end of the lip syncing. I'll see if I can post something that's got some lip syncing on it, so as you can see just what it looks like to have good, smooth lip sync with Anime Studio. Thank you very much for watching. Next, we'll probably be making a body or doing additional animation. Thank you very much.